My name is Emma, a 35-year-old woman who always believed in love and family. I was happily married to David, a charming and charismatic man, or so I thought. And then there was my mother-in-law, Patricia, a cunning and manipulative woman who always seemed to have her way. Little did I know, their deceitful actions were about to turn my world upside down. It was a warm summer evening when I stumbled upon a shocking discovery that would shatter my trust and alter my life forever. I had been searching for an important document in our study when I noticed a peculiar file tucked away in the drawer. Curiosity piqued. I opened it only to find a series of bank statements and documents related to a secret account. My heart raced as I realized that it was my bank book, the one I had kept hidden with $500,000. I rushed to confront David, my voice trembling with disbelief. "David, what is this? Where did you get all this money?" He turned pale, his eyes darting around as he struggled to find an explanation. "Emma, it's not what you think. I can explain everything." But before he could utter another word, Patricia entered the room with a sly smile. "Emma, my dear, I think it's time we had a little chat." Fury coursed through my veins as I glared at Patricia. "You knew about this, didn't you? How could you betray me like this?" Patricia chuckled, her voice dripping with condescension. "Oh, Emma, you always thought you were the clever one, but you were so naive. David and I saw an opportunity, and we took it. You were too busy trusting us to even notice." Tears welled up in my eyes as I struggled to comprehend the depth of their deceit. "I trusted you both. I thought we were family. How could you do this to me?" David's face twisted with guilt, but his voice remained cold. "It was an opportunity we couldn't resist, Emma. The money was just sitting there, and we thought we deserved a better life." Anger overtook my sorrow, and I lashed out at them, my voice trembling with indignation. "Deserved a better life? You stole from me, from us. How can you justify this?" Patricia's eyes narrowed, her tone laced with disdain. "We did what we had to do, Emma. Life isn't fair, and sometimes you have to take matters into your own hands." A surge of determination replaced my initial shock. "Well, I won't let you get away with this. I will fight for what is rightfully mine, and you both will face the consequences of your actions." Their smug expressions faltered as they realized the strength of my resolve. The battle lines were drawn, and I was ready to fight for justice and reclaim my stolen fortune. Little did they know that their actions had awakened a fierce determination within me, one that would lead to a bitter reckoning in the days to come. As Patricia and David's betrayal unfolded before my eyes, my heart sank deeper into despair. Patricia revealed her conniving scheme, explaining how she had convinced David to steal my bank book and use the money to build a lavish house behind my back. "You always thought you were the smart one, didn't you, Emma?" Patricia sneered, her words laced with malice. "But now, you see, we've outsmarted you." Anger boiled within me as I confronted them both. "How could you do this to me? To us, I trusted you." David's face contorted with guilt, but his voice remained cold. "Emma, it was an opportunity we couldn't resist. The money was just sitting there, and we thought we deserved a better life." Fury ignited within me, fueling my determination to uncover the depths of their deception. "Deserve a better life? You stole from me. How could you justify this?" Patricia's smirk widened, her voice dripping with contempt. "Life isn't fair, my dear. Sometimes you have to take what you want. You were always too trusting, too blind to see what was happening around you." I felt a surge of anger mixed with sadness, realizing the truth behind Patricia's manipulations. "You were supposed to be family, Patricia. How could you betray me like this?" She shrugged dismissively. "Family is just a word, Emma. In the end, everyone looks out for their own interests. We saw an opportunity, and we seized it." My mind raced, trying to process the magnitude of their deception. "What about our marriage? What about the vows we took?" David's voice softened slightly, revealing hints of remorse. "Emma, I never intended for things to turn out this way. I got caught up in Patricia's plans, and I lost sight of what truly mattered. Tears welled up in my eyes, but I refused to let them fall. I had to stay strong, to fight back against the twisted tale they had woven. I won't let you get away with this. I will seek justice, and I will reclaim what is rightfully mine. David's remorseful expression wavered, replaced by a defensive stance. You think you can take us on, Emma? You're nothing without us. You'll see. A flicker of determination ignited within me, a fire fueled by their betrayal. We'll see, indeed. You may have underestimated me, but I won't back down. This twisted tale you've spun ends now. With those words, I turned my back on them, my mind set on seeking the justice I deserved. The path ahead was uncertain and treacherous, but I vowed to unearth the truth and emerge victorious. Their deceit would not define me. Determined not to let their deceit go unpunished, I decided to fight back and reclaim what was rightfully mine. I sought the counsel of a skilled attorney, Lisa Thompson, who specialized in matrimonial law. Lisa listened intently as I poured out the details of their betrayal, and she assured me that justice would prevail. Over the next few months, I gathered evidence, meticulously documenting every instance of their deception. The court battles were grueling, but I remained resolute. The house they had built with my stolen money would not remain in their hands. One evening, I sat across from Lisa in her office, a stack of papers and files spread out before us. Do you think we have a strong case? I asked, anxiety tightening its grip on my chest. Lisa leaned forward, her eyes filled with determination. Emma, we have a compelling case. We have solid evidence of their wrongdoing, and the law is on our side. We will fight for justice and reclaim what is rightfully yours. A glimmer of hope sparked within me, overshadowing the lingering doubts. I won't let them get away with this, Lisa. I want to expose their lies and deceit. Lisa nodded, her voice firm. We will do just that, Emma. We'll present the evidence, expose their actions, and seek justice through the courts. It won't be easy, but I believe in your strength and determination. Days turned into weeks as we prepared for the legal battle ahead. I spent countless hours with Lisa, going through documents, rehearsing my testimony, and building a strong case against David and Patricia. Doubts and fears tried to creep in, but I refused to let them weaken my resolve. The day of the court hearing arrived, and I sat anxiously in the courtroom, surrounded by my family and friends for support. Lisa stood by my side, her presence a source of reassurance amidst the sea of uncertainty. As the proceedings began, Lisa skillfully presented the evidence, unveiling the intricate web of deceit that David and Patricia had spun. Their faces betrayed a mixture of anger and disbelief as the truth unfolded before them. David's lawyer, Mr. Stevens, attempted to defend his actions, but his arguments fell flat against the weight of the evidence. Frustration and desperation crept into his voice as he struggled to counter our claims. In a tense moment during cross-examination, Mr. Stevens tried to undermine my credibility, questioning my motives and character. Lisa stepped in, her voice strong and unwavering. Objection, Your Honor. The defense is attempting to divert attention from the facts and engage in character assassination. We are here to focus on the truth. The judge upheld Lisa's objection, reprimanding Mr. Stevens for his tactics. The courtroom seemed to hold its breath as we pressed on, determined to seek justice and reclaim what was rightfully mine. After weeks of testimonies, arguments, and deliberation, the judge finally delivered the verdict. The evidence was irrefutable, and the truth could no longer be concealed. The house built with my money would be returned to me, and David would face the consequences of his actions. As I walked out of the courtroom, the weight of the past months seemed to lift off my shoulders. Although victory was bittersweet, I knew that justice had been served. I had regained my independence and freed myself from the clutches of betrayal. Looking toward the future, I vowed to rebuild my life and rediscover the happiness I had lost. It would take time, but with the support of my friends and family, I would heal and find a new beginning, leaving the painful memories of David and Patricia behind me. After a long and exhausting legal battle, the day of reckoning arrived. The courtroom was filled with tension as the judge delivered the verdict. The evidence was irrefutable, and the truth could no longer be concealed. The house, built with my stolen money, would be returned to me, and David would face the consequences of his actions. As I stood there, hearing the judge's words, a mix of emotions washed over me. Relief and satisfaction mingled with a lingering bitterness. The victory I had fought so hard for had come at a great cost. The betrayal of a husband, the shattered trust in a family member, and the irreversible damage to a once loving relationship. David's face contorted with anger and disbelief as he absorbed the weight of the judge's decision. "This can't be happening," he muttered under his breath, his voice laced with frustration. I met his gaze, my voice firm and resolute. "It is happening, David. The consequences of your actions have caught up with you. You thought you could take what was mine, but justice has prevailed." Patricia, standing nearby, shot me a venomous glare. "You may have won the battle, Emma, but don't think for a second that this is the end. We won't let you enjoy this victory for long." Her words stung, but I refused to let her poison my moment of triumph. "Your threats hold no power over me, Patricia. I fought hard to reclaim what was stolen from me, and I won't allow you to disrupt my path to healing and happiness." With the court proceedings concluded, I walked out of the courtroom, surrounded by my loved ones. Mixed emotions swirled within me, a sense of justice served, but also a profound sadness for the love and trust that had been shattered beyond repair. Over the following weeks, I began the process of reclaiming the house that had been built with my stolen money. The legal proceedings were intricate, and the transition of ownership came with its own challenges. However, with the unwavering support of my lawyer, Lisa, and the tenacity I had cultivated throughout the ordeal, I navigated the complexities. Finally, the keys to the house were placed in my hands. It stood before me, a symbol of both victory and heartache. Stepping inside, I couldn't help but feel a twinge of bitterness at the reminder of the betrayal that had transpired within those walls. But as time passed, I slowly transformed the house into a sanctuary of healing. Bit by bit, I infused it with my own spirit, redecorating and rearranging until it became a place of solace rather than a painful reminder. One evening, sitting on the porch of my newly reclaimed house, I reflected on the journey I had undertaken. The bitter taste of victory still lingered, but it was gradually being replaced by a sense of empowerment and resilience. Gazing into the sunset, I whispered to myself, "I will rebuild my life. I will find happiness again. They may have taken a part of my past, but they will not define my future." With those words, I let go of the bitterness and embraced the possibilities that lay ahead. The bitter victory had become a catalyst for my personal growth, and I was determined to create a new chapter filled with strength, happiness, and a renewed sense of self.